Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S. back with part 3 of this specific goal of mine about for M.K.S enterprises. Hope everyone's well wherever you are, by the way. And as ever, please feel free to leave any comments you want, constructive criticism, tell me to improve, or anything else you want to post, preferably positive encouragement. And I appreciate your support and all. Anywho, please check out parts 1 and 2 if you haven't already done so, and I'll try not to waffle too much. So here goes. So number 21, to recap, I hope to find a way to get in touch with embassies, politicians, N.G.O.s, charities, and whatever groups work with people or countries across what I call the six, which I mentioned in previous videos, and I hope to help them to network together for the benefit of what I call the six, and to bring them together, possibly encouraging people to write letter-headed letters if I can get that together. But as I mentioned in the title, I probably have left it a bit too late, but I think it'd be pretty awesome it'd be really awesome, in fact, if I could. Might be the best feeling ever if I could set this up on my 40th birthday symbolically, because it's like life begins at 40, as I keep mentioning. But yeah, so that's basically the goal. I'm trying to get some of my friends to write together letter-headed letters to different politicians, as I say, and embassies and across places like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Singapore, across Asia, across Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, Cameroon, South Africa, Central African, and maybe even the AU, African Union, and things like that, an organisation like that, sorry, and that sort of thing. Number 22, moving on. As I say, I hope to get it started as soon as possible. And as I mentioned before, I know Rome wasn't built in a day, as I say. So as the saying goes, so I know it will probably take, if it did get registered on my birthday, then somehow in and across those countries, with the intent of benefiting people in those countries to get into business and different areas like that of empowerment, and to basically benefit those countries as much as possible, and continents even. I'm sure it'll take a while to really develop the ideas, but at least if it's set up with like a signal of intent, which sort of says what we hope to achieve in doing so. And as I know I mentioned before, I wish that I had planned a bit better earlier on in August, and wasn't so distracted or didn't procrastinate so much, or had the ideas a bit earlier. But anyway, I suppose we are where we are, and it's sort of, the months are sort of surpassed me before I was ready. Number 23, I hope to look at all possible ways to fundraise and to benefit the most poor people in those communities I talked about, but people generally from what I call the six, and maybe even like encourage animal rights across Asia and Africa and Ireland, and again what I call the six, as I mentioned before, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I hope to look into all possible ways to fundraise, like through music, sport, and any other way to fundraise. And again, I'd love to hear other people's ideas, or like people, maybe you can make your own version of this video more coherently, talk about your own ideas, or just offer suggestions in the comment section or whatnot. Maybe we could build like a network to help people from developing or colonized and so-called colonized countries. Number 24, again, I hope for people from all over, all the different countries, like the B.R.I.C.S would probably be a part of this, and other similar organizations, and countries like China, India, again, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, all the Asian nations possible. I'd love to get them on board, and also African countries, together with Ireland, or maybe even like a network of colonized countries together altogether. And again, every country that has been colonized or is a victim of imperialism or whatever, although I suppose if you go far back enough, maybe pretty much every country has been colonized. So it probably depends on how you phrase it, or how you categorize what countries have been colonized, or what you sort of classify as being colonized. But yeah, I hope to network them together. Maybe every country that's been colonized could come together as part of this network and support each other. Number 25, as I often mentioned, I'd love to support republics as well. Maybe like republics could be part of this somewhere along the line. Although I mainly hope to support, as I say, countries in Africa, Asia, Ireland itself, Ireland would probably be the only one in Europe I would love to support financially or economically or whatever. The Americas, including Latin America and Australasia, mainly the indigenous people of those countries, like Aborigines, Torres and Strait Pacific Islanders and Maoris. But there could be like a wider network which includes republics as well, perhaps somewhere along the line. And again, maybe African and Asian nations could host events for republics, or even Ireland could as well. It could alternate over the years, like in the future. Like this year, it could be in one country if I manage to get it set up. Next year, it could be in Ireland. Another time, it could be in an Asian nation or whatnot, and so on. 26, I hope to encourage anti-imperialists around the world, people of colour around the world who live in the West as well, to also support indigenous Africans and Australasians and people from the Americas and Asia and whatnot. Again, the 6. But yeah, some from outside the 6, like N.R.I.s, non-resident Indians, and groups like that. But yeah, supporting our ancestral homelands as well as people of colour, which it would be a strange sort of way, a quirky way of mine of tackling white supremacy, in my opinion. And number 27, I hope in the future we will have a list of our top supporters and people who have supported us, and hopefully the main beneficiaries, the main people to benefit would be the people from what I call the 6 generally, but also hopefully would encourage a lot of investment into those countries and have like possibly on websites or things like that, some sort of accolades or awards. Accolades is a big word for me. Awards and rewards and things like that. Rewards and awards, that is. Number 28, I hope this will turn a lot of negative situations into positives. And again, these countries can work together to tackle problems. One idea I had when it comes to like floods and droughts, and I said droughts then, floods and droughts would be that maybe there could be some sort of metal sheet. Maybe I'm being naive here, but maybe there could be some invention. Ironically, it would be quite ironic if it was like someone from a neurodiverse background, like someone with dyslexia or ADHD or autism, who created this and showed what we could do. But if it trapped excess rain and then took it from areas where there are floods and took them to areas where there were droughts somehow, if there was some sort of way of doing that, I think it'd be pretty cool. Obviously, it would prevent a lot of flooding and also droughts as well. But yeah, I hope to work on things like that in the future as well. Number 29, again, I hope for my fellow mixed race people as well to support Asian and African nations, things like that, especially where our ancestry is from. Again, another way to tackle white supremacy and that sort of thing. Number 30, as ever, I'd love to hear your ideas and hope to develop the idea. I'd say I'd really love to start in August, preferably from August the 29th, in a couple of days' time, or a day even. But if not, then maybe as soon as possible, really. Anyway, as ever, I'd love to hear what you think. Whether you think I'm being naive, or what you think my ideas are stupid, or whether you think I have some of them are stupid and some of them are good, or whatever. I'd love to hear whatever you think. Again, constructive criticism or anything else. And I am out. Peace and love.